Welcome back, everyone, to VALORANT Game Changers Series 1 North America, presented by Verizon. I am Elizabeth, joined by Wyatt and Bala. And if you're just joining us, you've made a mistake. Because the almost comeback we just saw, Bala, I'm just going to put the ball in your court to say, because I'm speechless, truly, because that was truly incredible.
I mean, this is twice now today that we're getting something like that. So I'm getting a little sick of it, to be honest. But at the same time, it's like giving us some good content and good games. So yeah, Passion Project almost brought that back. But mad credit, I think, to Supernova, because that first half, once again, dominant from them in this case. And I think they did a really good job trying to counter out a lot of the stuff that Passion Project was throwing out in that first half. So yeah. I do have a couple rounds to show you guys. Sorry to cut you off, Wyatt, but these are really interesting to me, because you see Avery right here looking to throw the regular Gecko flash that they've been doing. They see the one way go up, but it doesn't latch onto everything, and that allows PowerPixel to get into a position and do this, and that's great and all. But next round, immediately they're trying to punish, so they're throwing a flash, not turning from it because they know that one way is going to throw off, and they get this control, push PowerPixel all the way off. They have to then ult. At the same time, there's a push going down B main, and this is something that you'll see SMG again react to, and sure, they get the kill. But because of the amount of space that PowerPixel's lost on the rest of the map, they're able to just end up walking into B. And these types of gaps leave a lot of information elsewhere on the map. You can see there's barely anybody here. Somebody's watching from door, but they get the site for free, and no, they don't ultimately end up winning the round, which is unfortunate, but I think these types of adaptations are really, really nice, and a good reason why this attack side went so well for SMG in the first place.
Yes, I think another thing about just kind of like what you're talking about is those adjustments and those movements, what we saw is with it might actually happen. They might actually do it. It might be working. But unfortunately, the last round was an eco, which if you're going to go out in style, I guess. But someone we wanted to bring up on the desk is Unstable, because they had two very different halves, Wyatt. As you can see, this is them in the first half, Wyatt. And I don't know if you want to talk about it a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. Unstable, you can see the kill and death difference in the first half, 7 and 11, and then over the second half getting 12 kills for 5 deaths. There was a point in the first half when we were talking while we were watching the game, like, have we even really thought about or mentioned Unstable or Sabui as well? Like, they hadn't done a whole lot in the series yet. They didn't have to on the first map, but then you're kind of looking like, all right, are these guys going to step up here on map 2 when things are going awry? And Unstable absolutely did in the second half, which, can bode well as we go into Ascent here, because Unstable is going to be switching over to the duelist role, going to be playing Jet on Ascent. So it's really important to start feeling yourself, because they're going to have the confidence to take duels, swing, get first kills.
Yeah, I think also they were setting up Jazzy to go crazy, and I think that activity on the map from your Sky player reminds me of like an Ethan Demon 1 type of combination.
Yes.
A lot of times, again, SMG was doing great things in response to that and not allowing that sort of aggression to come in, but the fact that Unstable was going for it so often with the flashes, assisting Jazzy to get aggro, get active, is important. But then at the same time, being able to frag as well, huge reason why they came back in that game in the first place. To make it 13-10 is crazy.
I mean, just to bring up how insane that comeback was again, if you're just joining us, we're talking about this comeback, this insane comeback, this fake comeback, whatever. Please, I need to understand that we thought it was over and dusted a very long time ago, and the game just kept going. Like an Energizer Bunny kept going and going and going and going, because these adjustments from Passion Project, from Unstable, it was really quite impressive. And I was looking at chat, some of you guys were saying that at SMG kind of seemed like they were panicking a little bit. Obviously Patrolman did call the timeout eventually, but even then, it was like, what is your response to this? What is your response to that, Wyatt?
I mean, also, I just want to say, watching these highlights, we didn't point it out, and I'm going to point it out now. The Singularity, despite not having the best defensive half, man, they were showing off some cool little individual things, though, that they were clearly working on. Panda's setups, some of the Molly lineups they had with the Gecko, they were doing some.
They were cooking.
Yeah,
They-
they came in with
The
some
Cypher
cool
cams
stuff.
that Panday was throwing out.
Yeah.
Oh
Come
gosh,
on.
Panday.
There was some nice stuff.
If and when you're watching this back, Panday, we will be stealing those cams. We love them. We're stealing them for our ranked games tonight. Thank you so much for doing that. Because those setups were so impressive, and just when you have that site on lockdown, especially because this map is so big, what are you gonna do? And it's just, but I wanted the audience and for us on the desk to take a look at the timeline that you see at the bottom, because that comeback was just stamina and perseverance and tenacity, ball. It was the train that just kept on going.
Yeah, I mean, it was possible, and I think that bodes really well for the next game because, like we were talking about, like Wyatt said, like some of the players weren't in the picture, and maybe they didn't have to be on the first map on Split, but they're going to have to close it out because the last map here is going to be Ascent, and that's something where I think we saw yesterday what Supernova Galaxy can do on that map. That's where they got that 13-1 yesterday against the boys. So it's not an easy map to go up against them on, and when they do that, especially on that defense that we saw, or on the attack, excuse me, that's the scary part, right? And again, it is going to be the same starting halves, right? So Passion Project on defense, Supernova Galaxy on attack. It's the same sort of situation here.
Yeah, and on Ascent, up until yesterday when Passion Project lost that 13-4 to FlyQuest, they had won 9 times on the map this year and only lost once, which was an OT to Shopify. So it was a home map for them, and to some, extent, must still be in their minds. They only suffered this one bad loss on it. But when you are just looking at the inverse yesterday, which is Singularity just, putting the boys in their pocket and winning 13-1, like,
so
it kind of goes all in the air.
Putting the boys in the pocket is so funny to me. Sorry.
No, I mean, that's the point, though. That's my whole point.
I think
Everything changed yesterday.
I think if you're both teams as of right now, you're pretty confident going into map 3 because you did have that, on one side, you did have that incredible map yesterday. You have that, like, oh, we did so great yesterday. But also, if you're Passion Project, you just almost took the second map away with an insane comeback. Because even if you didn't win it, you made it very close and very, very sweaty. You made the other team sweat. And that's a huge, even if you lost, that is a huge confidence booster, Bala, going into the third map.
Yeah, I don't know, though. I'm a little concerned at the same time because Passion Project, unfortunately, this is what happened yesterday, right? Against FlyQuest. It's the same sort of situation. They win the first map, and then the next map, they look flat. I think this one, it's less flat because of that comeback, but it could have been horrible in that instance.
Yes.
If that ended when it should have maybe, then it could have been horrible. I like this comp out of Supernova Galaxy. I know a lot of people, Viper on Ascent, whatever. You might want to see the Phoenix because you're a Loud fan or whatever, but I like this flavor a lot more when you're thinking about like an optimal setup here.
I think we were talking on the desk yesterday, but one of you, Wyatt or Gompers, did not like the Viper on Ascent. Surprise!
Wasn't me. This
wasn't you? Okay.
No, I don't think so. Because I'm looking at this. I mean, listen, Ascent is already this is a defensive-sided map. This comp from Supernova Galaxy is the stopping power on it is crazy. When you have to deal with the Viper utility, the smoke that can, be put up and down in a choke, dealing with the 2 mollies, and then dealing with the C's from the Fade. Fade is still so good on this map as well. The Prowlers get so much value. A main and B main are just perfect for Prowler usage to just, clear them out in their entirety. I really like this comp. I think it's cool. I think it has a ton of value on defense.
I think on the other side for Passion Project, real quick, the swap here, Unstable going on Jet and Jazzykins not playing Duelist is a very important thing to watch out for because Unstable was heating up at the end of that last game, and we know they're nasty Jet.
Yes, well, can Unstable keep the momentum? Who will take this map after a very, very close comeback and sweep from the last map? I know exactly who's going to take us through it. It is Gompers and Rivington. Besties, friends, take it away.
What are you looking for? What are you looking for?
That's
Us? Oh, that's us. Oh my gosh, we're right here. See, not only am I excited for the Jet coming through from Unstable, but I also am excited to see that double controller composition that we're seeing broken out, the Astra, the Viper, right?
Yes.
And the double initiator, by the way. I am hyped for this.
I like it. I mean, we already heard Wyatt. If you want to meet him later, he'll be prowling B main and A main because that's apparently where he prowls. It's perfect for it. But yeah, this is going to be a really cool composition to see from Supernova Galaxy. Passion Project coming in with the tried and true Ascent comp. But you know what? That means the fundamentals are out the wazoo for them. So we'll see what they have cooked up with that, if it's anything new. And this first wall, we see shot over from A main is going to affect mid a little bit and keep them pushed back. So this looks like it's going to be a big cat push coming in for Supernova Galaxy.
Oh, the reposition was perfect. I thought the smoke was going to mess that up for a second, but Unstable kind of reeling things back in nice and easy. See, if you liked the Initiator gameplay from Unstable, you're definitely going to like the Duelist. Unstable is insane when it comes down to that jet gameplay on Ascent.
One enemy remaining.
I like the aggression here from Passion Project's defensive side. Zap! Look, what a prediction on that. I just ran right into it. Thank you very much. But yeah, I like that idea. Usually it's the extremities that you're trying to push here in the beginning of an Ascent match. This wall goes up, and Passion Project wants a little mid control. So that's where they find an instant fight. Unstable and Rain hug for a second before duking it out. And then it's a fight between Unstable and Ev after they dance. Like, that was really cool from Unstable. Outlaw's coming out now. It's going to be the full classic round out here for SNG. And they're not even really going to focus on a lot of that utility this round. They're just going to go ahead and save, which is interesting. Usually you'll see teams sometimes buy that utility and still play pretty heavy as we see a kill. Play pretty heavy, so you'll still have it next round, but you bought it the round before. This time they don't buy it. So this is just to get in and try to plant here. Guns are a boon if they can pick them up, and the round is amazing if they can get it.
Already looking brutal, too, with the entry, SNG.
Yeah.
Yeah, taken down. Oh, and even with the jet just coming around, that's going to hurt. It's an element of surprise, I guess you could call it. Speaking of element of surprise, I think Unstable was listening because that was insane. A 3K to end off to a 2-0 here.
They can feel the money on their fingertips. They're like, oh, just put it down. Just put it down. Oh.
Yeah.
I love those. I love those. You don't get many of those in Valorant where a team will kind of just, all right, we're classicing. We are rushing for plant. Make it happen. But love to see it. Reminds me of the old days. Unstoppable. Pretty much. It's 5-0. Unstable is unstoppable right now. Outlaw still in hand. They're going to keep rolling with that Ospa style as long as they can. And it's a push here from Passion Project.
Okay, a push from Passion Project, but I guess it's Sabui making shots happen here with a judge alone. Around that, honestly, was heavily favored towards the side of SNG. Just turned around in seconds.
You have to be kidding me. How are they getting these plays to work so well? I love it.
Okay.
Just the draw from Unstable. I feel like when they saw Unstable, they're like 5-0. Blood. There's blood. We must kill. Go. And they just ran forward into Sabui's judge. Oh, that was disgusting. Julia now. Good for 1 or 2. Do they collapse fast enough to make sure that's not possible? Oh my God. Those first few rounds are demoralizing from Passion Project. I'm sure SNG's all right. Man.
Oh. Little peaks were working out. Yeah, pretty nicely, but it's Julia. The last one standing, and now the last one dead. So it's pretty rough position to be in, losing, honestly, an anti-eco, a bonus round, actually.
Oh, they were so drawn to the jet. I don't know what it is. It's hard to kill that. Sometimes it always lies within. 3-0 here. A low buy now coming into our 4th round for the side of Supernova Galaxy. Again, the same Viper wall to kind of just mess with mid. Doesn't seem like they're using it too much. Maybe once they find out that the Killjoy utility is there, they can start to try and get it moved or try and destroy it, so they move it back, get a little more room to play with on the side of SNG. But the prowling now being done through the main, as it looks like it's going to be the default site hit, the switch. Ow, ow, ow.
Oh, they know where they are. Okay, unstable. I was gonna say for a second there, like they have the best amount of information. Just
Enemy remaining.
with that alone, yeah, just
Spike
taking everybody
down
out
B.
in a matter of seconds. It seems like Spectre's not gonna be enough to really keep this round on lockdown, but a 4 and out, very, very clean.
Great reads, great plays. Only losing 2 on that. Lots of money to still go around in the Passion Project household here. It looks like it will be a buy for SNG as we expect on this one. Orbs are mounting, or I should say alt points are mounting.
Yeah.
But man, now they're going to have to deal with an operator. I wonder if that'll even be in this talk right now, right? And this is also, I think, hey, it's game 3. Let's just restart, do what we need to. You know, they are getting shut down pretty hard without having 3 people with kills right now, which means that the reads are becoming heavy. So something else needs to happen with the util. You have so much on the side of SNG, it should be displacing or making Passion Project have to move off their original angle, which gives you the space. So maybe figuring out how to use that better and then work off of that timing. But Passion Project, as we've seen, are kind of meeting SNG head on. Really no time to use util when you think the wall's about to go down and you have a few steps to throw that util and someone's in your face.
Yeah, Supernova are... Oh, man, it really... Honestly, it just isn't a good time. I think Unstable is a super aggressive player when it comes down to the defense here. And it is completely showing within the gameplay. SNG just looking like deer in headlights majority of the time whenever it comes down to it, because now the op is also being brought out. So that's just going to make things 7 times harder. And Jazzy with the Onin. So you got the duo ship that we like to see out of Ascent just coming in very, very quickly.
Yep.
Shutting them down.
Unbreakable 0 points going out. First A hit towards A lean since pistol round we're seeing now from Supernova Galaxy. They haven't really even tempted over here too much. And that is wild. Another first blood. Smokes are down for the majority, and now you have a Viper Orb for sight.
Rushing it down Rain. In a good position here to take over, but still towards the backside. There's where the trouble starts. Doesn't seem like they're going to be able to really grab the reins there, but Passion Project are just taking things back. Man, and another flawless round.
Yeah, knowing they didn't have smokes or a way to hide, the multiple swings become so much more effective.
Yeah.
Right? There goes Avery, so you can't smoke too much. Your wall is mid, and just swing after swing. Even Sabui, that was a really nice fragment, since fragment will hit both top heaven and lower hell. But it doesn't matter, still move out, safe. Everybody fragging right now in Passion Project, literally. And they're not going down either. They're avoiding the kills, and I can't even say trading each other well. They're just getting the frags. So now from B main to A main, another one. Wow.
That is crazy. And they just run away with it so flawlessly. Unstable's just waiting now for this push, but they have scared SNG back.
Where are you?
That's absurd. It's just playing it like Haven. Just back and forth.
Yes.
I feel like the rotation to tree here is just a rotation to sewer. Unstable, rinse and repeat. Their defensive default comp here is just absolutely hammering SNG's composition. And grats to Unstable. Props, I should say, for the first 2 bloods in the last 2 rounds in this. Oh no. Heading toward B.
No
Spike's
reason.
still top ramp, though.
Yeah. No reason for them to stay. I think it's
Bring them down.
yeah, just quite difficult. Now you gotta try to get past the op again.
Yep. Oh, anchoring by Passion Projects is really good here. They don't have to worry too much about
30
what is
seconds
actually
left.
being seen around the map until they see the
enemy
sight
remaining.
hit.
Oh,
Spike
and the
down
smoke placement
A.
was good. Backing off Unstable to keep themselves alive just a little bit longer, which is exactly what they need. So they're okay. Shots missing out a little bit sooner, and Avery might have just been able to walk away with Unstable as well. But 6-0 is crazy.
Just hitting all the limbs. All the limbs. That was funny. 6-0. Now look at these rounds too. We are not
30 seconds
seeing
left. 30
Supernova
seconds
Galaxy
left.
get to the spike site comps. Like this is some shutdown power coming out of Passion Project right now on the defensive side. Same weaponry coming around. That Bladestorm is still there. I don't think Jazzy's, or Unstable rather, haven't even tapped into that. And now we have a bit of a split strat. They're going to try to ruse B main. Again, here's Unstable. Well, they're actually going to focus B main in the end of this one.
Oh, come
That's
on.
incredible. That's incredible. That was a step, right? In B main for a second.
I believe.
I think there might have been a hop into the box.
Oh
tried
my
it.
gosh. Go with the Odin.
One
There's
enemy remaining.
absolutely no way to walk
Strike
away with
down
this
A.
one with your life alive. The first original start to it. Unstable taking it at 2K now as well. It's like, it's deadly. Like, you just get
What do you do?
wide swung by a Jet with an op.
What do you do?
You
Like, they're doing things you wouldn't expect. Like, just absolutely firing that as the flash comes out and you have a trade behind you. You don't expect an Odin to be sitting out half in the open when you turn on to tree. That's just number one, especially when you're flashing and trying to clear angles correctly and you're still getting the crappy end of it. Like, it's crazy how Passion Project is able to just come out on top of these plays with the right choice in how they're positioned or how they play it in the moment. 12-2 Unstable, 9-2. I mean, Jazzykins died the most, and that's 3 times. And again, they have taken out SNG every single round because they can't get into the site. This is a shutout so far in a lot of terms, in a lot of ways. Not just a 7-0.
Yeah, it's not only just that too. Like, you would think a composition that SNG are running, like, we were excited for a reason. This is a good comp. I just feel like they're not using it to that full potential.
So much you can do with it.
Yeah, like Avery by themselves in B main. It's of course that's such a huge punishment potential. It's like things like this shouldn't be happening, but they are.
One, they use this wall every round, and they've never used the wall but the first round maybe, or just never. They're sticking together a lot, and they haven't made Passion Project have to care about that wall. Here we go towards B, though. 5 ults here for SNG as they try to hit site.
Yeah, all Rain has to do is just get themselves on, which, I mean, completely covered there, but a 5-person retake that Passion Project are waiting for and an op from Unstable. So how easy is the retake going to be? I'm not quite sure.
Lockdown there. Lockdown, Bladestorm, but they're going to have to get through. Oh, they should just be able to push right out. That Viper's Pit does go into spawn, so it should avoid the lockdown a bit. Cheeky, but they'll know where they are.
Oh, this is so good. They're actually luring them into Unstable. Unstable
Wait
is
a
in
minute.
such a good position right now.
Wait a minute.
They've missed the shot. They have everything in the world just waiting for them, and they couldn't run away with it. Now they leave everybody else on the side of Passion Project, but the Diffusal's coming in. They've held the extremities, and they've done what they needed to do.
That's not how that round played out. What? They all got in the little sliver of the Viper ult, some sticking out. Shots from A keep their attention for a second, giving B main enough time to get into position just in front of Switch, just at logs, to kill the entry back in. What a wonky round. Really well played by Passion Project to understand what was going down with the Sova utility. That's why you have it for the smokes to get laid out on Ascent, so you can see through them. And using the lockdown to bring that one back in. An 8th round, and really a pretty funny one and a killer there for the ults that were used from SNG. 3 of them on that round.
That's gotta be crazy.
Bring them down.
Just walking away from that one. Passion Project are really having the time of their lives with this one.
It looks like they want a slow movement. Unstable able to sit in front of the wall so they can position to retaliate almost immediately and get safe sight for retake. Oh, by Julia.
Yeah, they've taken out Sabui, which is really good. The controller down, now Power Pixel as well. Huge potential to try to keep this round there. Again, lazy line with the Odin.
Enemy kill.
Not to mention, we still do have our top fragger Unstable with the op, who tends to be absolutely insane already. Bladestorm popping up. trying to find some sort of high ground. Another one left alive. It's Jazzy. They are not letting this go. Down behind and Jen. Everybody else gets taken down. The up shots are there and Unstable with a one tap to the head. It doesn't matter. You have the potential to win for SNG, but it's only a headshot that's needed for Passion Project to just run away with the round.
Nah. Oh my gosh. That snap from Jazzy was nutty. Like, that whole site was thrown into chaos. Holy crap. How does Passion Project do it? What a flank from Unstable coming up in the 3K. The tap through the floor. The insta-switch. Get out of here. Oh my gosh. They're doing no wrong right now. This type of play is wild to bring out on a map 3 and still have this type of confidence that they're swinging with on every single play. Credit to them. They're getting the results on each one.
That's crazy. There still is more potential to really follow through with this. Lazy Lion. Oh, the Odin was there. Yeah, that was beautiful. They have so much information. I would just be spraying through the wall, to be honest with you. Like, it would be a terrible day for the opponents.
Oh, SNG just isn't getting.
Oh,
my ult is ready. It's just so textbook right now. They're getting so many pings, the knowledge, the drone hits.
Yeah, free fire from Power Pack still doesn't really go as planned, but it still does give some way to SNG. They're going to have to go through Spooey, though, if they want to get themselves on the site. Paranoia set down, as well as the high ground now taken over by Jazzy. And it might just be enough. We saw Jazzy with an insane 2K coming through before. The headshots never missed. It's another one to take away from this. Panday trying to get another just for the team alone. Oh my gosh, 10-0.
I thought they had the site to swarm. That paranoia was so good from Sabui. And SNG acted accordingly. If you have that many people that get paranoid and you're that far on the site, you all keep going. And they did. They kept swarming Jen. They got that kill. But again, Jazzy, 2K from heaven. It's just, I feel like we're watching a rerun of the other round. Just boom, boom, headshots through the floor. Absolutely wild stuff. 10-0 right now. Getting ready to chuck up the mollies. Yeah. That's going to be for Tree. And they're going to try to hit site again. This is going to be the default hit. Rain in. Team follows. Here we go.
Oh, this is aggressive. This is new as well. Tons of ultimates already being expended through. But it doesn't matter. Decay or not, it's not enough to take this team out. Rain gets dropped down. That would have been huge if they could have taken the life of Unstable, because that's what you need to do. Do not let them hold the op down. And they won't. 3v3 situation. SNG, they're holding on to a possible victory here. All they need to do is put that 1 point on the board. Keep themselves away from that 11-0. Keep themselves away from losing. And it might just be that, but Lazy Lion better when it comes down to the Odin. And a 1v1. Avery left alive. The stars placed down. Nothing left to work with other than the aim itself, and they will win it out. A Red Bull clutch coming through, and Supernova on the board.
Oh, Avery with so much patience on those shots. Jazzy tried to pull out the wide swing early spam, and it did not happen. Rain did a lot to make this round work. You saw the consideration to go into that smoke up on that rafter against Unstable, but decided not to. Stayed in sight, added more pressure. Nice job there by SNG. Looking to get this next one here. Passion Project. Quite a bit to keep going through. And they're going to have buys on this outlaw there for Sabui. And there's an ult. Looks like null command to sight. Oh, the damage.
Yeah, they still have the op ready. But that's not going to really do too much. Everybody on the extremity. Sabui. It's chaotic. You got to lock down, set down. The suppression is there. There's so much coming through from Passion Project just to keep this team back.
Wow.
Okay.
That's incredibly early. Passion Project does not want to be pushed off these early angles. Insta lockdown at the sound of the first hit and kill. Vandal there for Sabui as well. Just an arsenal at their feet.
Got a nasty 140 out of Panday. Okay, shots are still hitting for Sabui. straight away through the smoke, finding so many
Down A.
off the choke point alone. And it's the reaction time from Unstable that is good. Unfortunately, the shot's not. Avery just having to keep themselves alive for the time being.
Well, that's a lot of
left.
util. Oh no. Just Killjoy utility everywhere.
Obscuring
A few
vision.
smokes left here. One last star you can see recalled from earlier. Oh, the pings. Jazzy with a 3. Lockdown used at the beginning of this round. Already has 3 more points.
Switching sides.
And that is your first half. 11-1. Supernova Galaxy could not find a way to get this initiator utility into the site, to get that wall for Viper to really matter, the Viper util for that matter, to really get be something that Passion Project worried about. But Comps the Desk talked about it. This is going to be great defensive util as well. You can suss out where your opponent is and make the right calls very early with the way that you can prowler or have a 0-point hit either side of the map here.
Yeah, hoping that it works too, because again, this is like they know to what extent they need to win this round. If not this round, this game.
Oh, yeah.
They get knocked out.
More
They're
pressure
done.
than they've ever felt right now.
Yeah.
Looks like they do want to play quick hits, dash to switch.
Ooh.
No, dash to sight. They leave it open. Spike is delayed. Should get it in. All right. Ghosts for the entirety of SNG. Expect them to swing each other heavily.
Yeah, they've done what they needed to, honestly. Smoking off whatever's going on down around in spawn, but it seems like Flash is now being set down towards the back of sight. But the wall protects them. There's absolutely no Flash potential there, and it seems like regardless, Passion Project just take away the pistol round, and this is huge. It brings them to that match point, and it puts SNG at an even more uncomfortable position. It's a forced buy here.
Absolutely it is, Gomper, as you called it. They're going to put everything they have into this round. Avery onto that Marshall. Sheriffs and Stingers to come out. Look at it sandwiched beautifully on the scoreboard for us. This has been an incredible showing from Passion Project. I didn't think this was possible again by one of these teams after we saw them playing so back and forth against each other now on the maps. Yeah, they've had reads on each other, but the reads they'd kind of flex and flow back, ebb and flow. This has been an incredible game. And we look at what's ahead here. If this game is closed out after Passion Project's timeout, they go up against Decimate again, I think, in the scoreboard, and that was a 2-0 for them previously on Split, and Ascent, which was a 13-10 when they played, Lotus and Ascent. Sorry, I was looking at a game above. 13-11, so you can see that they've refined the Ascent game heavily. It's kind of scary what they're doing.
Yeah. They're having a
paused.
Yeah, they're having a field day with this one. Passion Project. There is passion behind this project. That's all I'm gonna say. I truly believe it, because this is one hell of a roster. And I see. My thing was honestly putting Unstable on Jet on this map was probably the best decision, because Unstable is quite literally what the name entails. The gameplay is insane. They don't care, and that's probably the scariest thing.
It's a multi-effect. The gameplay is unstable. It makes you unstable. It's terrifying. Oh, here we go. Backside. Paranoia goes in, but they haven't cleared it yet. Up to unstable.
Yeah.
We cursed the crap out of that.
The timing of that was quite unfortunate. I'll be honest, but still having actually pretty good advantage coming through from SMG. They are taking everybody out. But the Bulldog might just be a bit stronger there, coming through down towards lane F, looking for the victory. And the spike not set down, so they got 1 minute here for Sabui to try to take out Avery and Ev, get themselves onto the site and figure out what they do from there. But of course, peeking around the corner, the first one taken down, and 1v2 set.
Sabui, 15 bullets left. Looking for a gun. Doesn't find one. Takes the fight. Can't afford to do that. Very much more.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, they've
30
just set
seconds left.
themselves up. For a second, that might have been terrible. The solo swing from Panday that took them down could have just gone wrong, but luckily enough, they held themselves down.
Yeah, I thought there was a moment there. I was like, oh my god, they did it. Sabui got it, but no, great trade, good swing. Coming down to the last drop on this. Oh, those shots were just closing in on their target. But it wasn't meant to be. Great shot by Ev. Good close down. Second round now for SNG. And they get the force buy. That's wild how much this has been happening for them. They're so strong when it comes to committing to those rounds and finding a way to win, Gompers. The Sheriffs are scary.
They are.
They go mid. Passion Project. Walking right through the wall. Oh. Rain.
Right in Rain's face, too. That's gotta hurt. It, like, bonked her head. Bunked their head. Listen, Ev as well, just kind of annihilating in that sense. But it seems like, regardless, SNG, they've taken an equal playing field with this 3v3.
Yeah, this is a sick round from Passion Project. Just straight up the gut. No, I don't think anybody's even gone mid this entire game. First half to second. Maybe a shot or two, but they just go straight through. And here, this could totally kill the flank.
Oh, huge. Actually, that was great.
2.
Out of Jazzy, yeah. But you said it best. 2v2.
I need to stop.
Star still available for Avery. There's not a lot of util left to utilize here. Lazy Lion
One enemy
sitting
remaining.
pretty when it comes down to it. Avery is looking for another one, but this might just be game over. Maybe
Oh my
not!
god!
A shot
No
from Avery to
shot!
close things out. They are not finished yet.
What?
Clutch.
It's like, that's a 99-1 fight. The 1% just absolutely clapped. Oh my gosh, double classic headshot from a range. The Vandal should be winning almost every day, but Avery's movement collects 2. She did it twice. What is this?
Enemy remaining.
What is this? Oh my god, I'm literally flabbergasted. That's absurd play. That's absurd pressure that you're under. And SNG is still alive because Avery has been nutty this entire series. All right, I gotta calm down. Here we go. We're watching. The push B main already here from SNG. They're trying to get all the info Gompers to keep this momentum going.
Yeah, they're trying not to stay distracted at all. Man, it's so close. Avery's got to feel really good about that.
Oh, that one of the most euphoric feelings to win around like
Yes.
that for sure. You just got to make sure you're not shaking after that, and your aim is still on from the hype. Honestly, that's the only problem. But great push here. This worked so well for Passion Project on the other side, but now it's cleared.
Yeah, I figured they would have gotten caught out regardless. Oh, man. And with the judge, too, you would have thought that would have one-tapped unstable, but it seems like left at 65 and still running.
Panday doesn't come up with the 3K that Passion Project found in the same spot. Oh, just off of the ADS. Sabui knows there's a peak, but this 3 is being taken.
Jazzy coming into it. Actually getting into 2K as well. This is huge. They've eliminated majority of SNG already. By the way,
30
match
seconds
point,
left.
so this might just be it if they can't take things back. It's up to Rain and Julia now to make the decision on whether or not they want it bad enough. 65 health left for Unstable. The smoke dissipation coming through, making that move. And a slow work in. This is it. Now the battle commences. Julia waiting for that first-hand swing, but Unstable and Jazzy alongside Power Pixel have the best angle to watch. No flash available. Just having a wide swing the angle, and they know there might just be it. Unstable is feeling pretty cocky, but given a free fight over to Rain. And I thought for a second there they might have just been able to get another one, but it's going to be a 3K ending from Jazzy and a huge victory moving forward for our victors of Passion Project. Very well deserved and a beautiful Ascent game being given to us.
Yeah, Passion Project will find a rematch versus Decimate as they move forward. A team they've already found a victory over, so I'm sure Decimate was watching this. And what confidence that Passion Project came out with in these games all throughout from both teams. We had people that had 0 frags only because there were people fragging so hard. It was highlight reels left and right from players. I don't really think anybody had that bad of a game until we saw Passion Project on that last map just absolutely put the smack down on every single round on that first half that they were on defense with the default Ascent comp. They played it so well. Props to Supernova Galaxy for coming in swinging. They played a lot of great Valorant, and they put up a huge fight. And I think that Ascent comp just bit him a little.
I think I honestly, I wasn't expecting it to be a stomp either, to be honest with you. And I will say it again, I think the whole team just kind of vibed with the composition they were working with. I think Unstable basically controlled the map, and I say that with so much respect because the op plays and the amount of aggression that was showing on the defense, and then when it switched over to the attack, it's like they just knew what they needed to do to put this team on edge with Supernova Galaxy. But I mean, Riv, that was honestly probably the best like that they've played today.
That was wild. I don't like this kind of reveals, I think, the Passion Project as well. Like, we got this. We can replicate it. We can go past teams that are trying to innovate against us if we just play our game. And for a team that's growing, that's incredible confidence. And it's wild to see how fast they're growing. I don't think we've seen Passion Project ceiling.
Oh, no, we definitely have not, but I think we haven't seen Supernova Galaxy ceiling either. A big congratulations to Passion Project because it is a project, and projects take time to finish. So at the same time, they have a lot more going for them, but I do want to hear what the analyst desk has to say. Thank you guys so much for having me and Riv on the desk with you today. We'll see you guys right after this break.
Through with it again. They know that I got spirit with a pen. Don't know why they try to compete when they know that in victory it's never gonna end. Them in a week, that's why they could never speak. They ain't like me, I take it to the peak. Different type of steeds that I breed. Wheel up on the mic, they won't get one of these. Please, I don't wanna hear no talk from them. I don't wanna see nothing at all from them. They can't do it like me. So all I wanna see really is a round of applause from them. Vibes in the air, we cause it again. Life isn't fair, but we rode it again. All of my teams being ready for the war, there's no warning for them. Tell them again. I ain't here to make up no friends. I just came through yet again. We look, you never got one of them. Top of the pound yet again. They can't stop this child not again. Reigning champ, I won't lose it. So you know I'm gonna win that again. Tell them again. Tell them again. Tell them again. Tell them again. I ain't here to make up no friends. I just came through yet again. We look, you never got one of them. Top of the pile yet again. They can't stop this child not again. Reigning champ, I won't lose it. So you know I'm gonna win that again. Tell them 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 again. I ain't here to make up no friends. I just came through yet again. We look, you never got one of them. Top of the pile yet again. They can't stop this child not again. Reigning champ, I won't lose it. So you know I'm gonna win that again.
Welcome back, everyone, to VALORANT Game Changers North America Series 1 presented by Verizon. I am Elizabeth, joined by Wyatt and Bala. And again, if you have not been watching, we are making mistake after mistake because GC has it all. Today we've had close games. Today we've had far games. Today we've had fake comebacks.
You've been watching, bro.
Right.
Oh, yeah. But GC, what a day this has been, Bala.
Yeah, it's been good. I mean, like you said, we've had it all, and we end it with, I think, a really, really nice game and kind of a capping of the questions we asked at the beginning. Does Passion Project actually have it? Are they going to be able to go to distance? Are they going to be able to make a lower bracket run and actually challenge back against FlyQuest and Shopify? And I think after those two last maps, I think the answer is probably yes. And if you include Split too, I think the answer is probably yes. It looks like they're hungry. It looks like they're going to be able to fix whatever happened in the upper bracket and continue forward here.
I think what we saw today, we do have to say goodbye to Supernova Galaxy. Unfortunately, I have been eliminated, but some really it's awesome to see how Supernova has been improving. But from Passion Project, yesterday put, I think, some doubt into people's minds about how Passion Project was going to do, Wyatt. I think today we have eliminated any doubt from any of the doubters, if you will.
They've eliminated a solid amount of the doubt. It wasn't a smooth win until the last map where they really, obviously, they just hit the gas and they were phenomenal from round 1 till the end. It felt like it felt like a cursed second 13-0 might have been dealt to knock Singularity out of the tournament, which would have just been horrible. I mean, this was on round 3, this lovely little simple play where Unstable showed themselves with the Outlaw, dashed away to bait the Singularity players into pushing, and Sabui was just chilling with the judge, cleans up 3. They convert this bonus. They saved 4 rifles from that round as well. And from there, it's like, all right, they're in a round 3. They have 6K in the bank each, and they just have 4 free rifles. And they're on Ascent defense. This is just going to spin out of control, and it did. They played great throughout that entire game. So it wasn't a flawless series, but it's a mix of two things, right? Singularity also, they really stepped it up. They played great. That second map was fantastic. They really tested, Passion Project, and they came out on top. But I still think they have something to prove as the tournament goes on. More tough opponents to face off against.
Yes, the ultimate is the wrong word, but more tests are coming. People, and I think now their attention is back towards Passion Project, and we've seen some of these are tried and true GC players on this team. But now it's, can they hack it? Can this continue? Can this keep going? How many strats has Coach Joe made? How deep can it go? Because now there's plenty of tape on them for these teams to review. But there's one player we would like to highlight, and that is Unstable, because you talked about them, Bala, before, that you wanted to keep an eye on them for Ascent, and we were stunned at just what they were able to do.
Yeah, I just swapped that. It was planned, obviously. It's not something that we didn't expect or anything, but it's magical what Unstable was able to do. Some of these rounds, as soon as they got the op up online as well, it's just ridiculous. So many first kills, so many times where they're just interrupting all the plans from Supernova Galaxy, and it worked. That was the game plan all time, and they got what was it, 10-0 or something like that? This is just a highlight of the first 6 rounds right now, and yeah, this is absurd. And the thing is, right, we were talking about the growth from the first map where they stomped and they weren't really needed, and then the second map where they started off really slow and then they heated up, and that's why that comeback even was a possibility, even though ultimately it didn't come to fruition. And then this map where they drop a 20 bomb in 14 rounds? Ridiculous. This is the type of stats that Jazzykins was putting off in that first map, and I think definitely needs to get their flowers in this match. I'm speechless about Unstable. I feel like I've been speechless so many times today. 56% first blood. Sometimes you look at that stat and you're like, oh, I don't really know what that means.
Wait,
that
that's
means
crazy.
They got the first kill in 56% of the rounds. More than half of the rounds she was getting the first kill. What are you talking about?
It's 9 rounds.
I have the mechanics, the positioning, everything about them was just how they allowed their team to succeed of course, all their team participated, and we have to give credit to Passion Project where it is due. But Unstable, truly, they just shined on this map today. Actually, last map. So they have that kind of progress from the last map on Sky until now has been just such a blessing to watch. So Unstable, if you are watching this, give yourself some flowers because you've been doing insane. But I see chat is asking for a Jazzy interview. And I always give chat what they want. So for the Verizon post-match interview, I'm gonna bring Jazzykins from Passion Project. Hello.
Hi, Liz.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am thoroughly happy considering everyone's performance on that map. How are you feeling about that?
I feel pretty good. I know yesterday we had a very shaky start. I think everyone wasn't in the right, I guess, mindset. At least for me, I was a little bit, it was like an off day, I would say, at least for me. And I think everyone felt that. And the atmosphere today was just completely different. Everyone's vibes were up. Everyone was hype. Even if we were down rounds, like as you saw in Lotus, like it was 210. And we brought it back on T side. We got very great momentum. And I feel like if we got 4 rounds on defense on Lotus, the game would have been at least OT, and then we would have closed it out.
Right. I want to ask you something you just said. Talking about the mental aspect of the game, how does just having an off, we all have off days, so I'll wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Having an off day, how do you and your team and your coach, I might have to give a shout out to Coach Joe, of course, work through that, and how do you recover from that the next day? Because I'm personally, I'm sure you and I have both had off days where it kind of continues for have an off week,
Yeah.
So how do you, this is a competition, so how do you recover from that?
I think the biggest part of like resetting was having like this team meeting right after the matches. And Power Pixel played a huge part too. Like they wanted not to like leave voice call right away after a big loss. Like we win together as a team, we lose together as a team, and we want to talk it out. And, just get the mental reset going into the next day and getting some good rest. And not even thinking about what happened yesterday, but just like, gotta move forward. So that's what we did.
Would you say that meeting, that meeting was more a tactical reset of like, okay, this is what we did wrong, this is what we have to do? Or was it a, hey guys, that wasn't our best, but hey, tomorrow's a new day? Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah, like, don't worry about what happened yesterday. Just moving forward, just think about what we could do better next.
All right. Well, now I'm going to go into the nitty gritty of today because you did win today 2-1. I want to talk first about that Lotus comeback because on the desk we were like, oh, quick game, it is what it is. And then it just kept going and going, Jazzy. What was going on there? What were the comms like? What was going on?
So, yeah, when we were down like 8-0 or something like that, I was like, guys, all we need is 4 rounds and we got this. Sadly, we didn't get 4 rounds, right? And that's why I said, like, if we got 4 rounds on defense, I think the game would have been tied at least, and we would have closed it out on defense or on attack because I don't know. I feel like going into the T side half, like our momentum was like, don't worry, guys, like we still got this, even though it's 2-10 right now. Yeah, everyone had like great mentality throughout the entire BO3. Yeah.
Yes, and then you go into the next map where it's just an insane, almost 13-0. Absolutely could have been a 13-0. You take a timeout at round 14, 12-1. The mental and the emotion we can see is just how you're playing, the confidence. What was Ascent like? Just if you could talk about kind of the vibes and the comms, and what was it like playing Ascent with the team when you're that dominant?
I think we were all in the mindset of just let's have fun. We have no pressure on us, no fear, and everyone played great. Like everyone was communicating as we should, and I don't know. Yeah, I think yesterday was just like a very bad showing, and everyone had an off day, and that's okay. And then we reset it and came back, and today was 10 times better. And I think throughout the entire GC event, we're gonna bring it.
Okay, well, you're going to bring it to some... so you have to play opponents in the future. Yeah. Anything we would like to say to those opponents that you may face?
I don't know, like good luck, I guess. I think we're going to have a better showing moving forward, and I'm not worried.
So you're saying you're confident in that this is not even your final form, if you will. Like you will be better and better, so other teams should be wary of that.
Yeah, I think we'll be better and better playing more games. Especially we just brought in Power Pixel, so
Yes.
it's going.
How has that
very
been?
well so
I'm so
far.
sorry to interrupt you, but how has
okay.
that been with Power Pixel? Because they were, I don't know the timeline of when they were brought in terms of, was it last minute? Talk to me about that, how they've been settling in, because they were on EG, they've been to World Championships just like you have. So what has that been like?
Well, right after the second qualifier for GC, Kara wanted to step down and pursue school. And that's when we asked PowerPixel if they wanted to step in, and they did. And I'm very glad that they did, because I know like they took a little break, and I guess it was a really good reset for them.
It's why Power?
I think Power is just mechanically gifted, as well as not only mechanics, but also just comms overall. And I always preach about comms, because I think comms is the biggest thing about a team aspect. And they do everything, literally everything. I think Power is like God.
And one thing I do want to end talking about you, Jazzy, because this is your interview. You have an iconic raise, but you've also moved to other, more Sentinel style agents. And it's really been such a blessing, truly, to see you just have this agent pool expanded, and just you absolutely destroying and having such impressive round after round after round. As a player, where do you go from here?
As a player, I'm honestly not too sure. Like, I'm always open to like learning new roles. Obviously, it takes time to learn new roles, right? But it's not like like in the past, I've been playing duelist for 3 years, but also before we even got signed, I was playing Senti. So even then, like, Senti is not a new role. Like, I could learn lineups easy. And I think I really know like my lurk timings and how to hold down a site. So I'm pretty confident in my Senti.
Well, your confidence shows, because you're absolutely fantastic on literally whatever you play and what you do.
Thank you.
Like, we were on the desk, we were just like, it's just jazzy time, just jazzy things, and what they get away with. The judge moments, like, absolutely insane. And I want you to be absolutely so proud of yourself for what you've done today and what you will do in this moment, because you have been absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for joining me, Jazzy. And I will end this because I've taken a lot of your time. So go get some rest.
No worries.
Thank you so much, Jazzy. Thank you. And that was the Verizon post-match interview with Passion Project's Jazzykins. And I mean, I feel like we could talk the entire day about her. Just how talented she is.
Listen, I don't get paid overtime, Liz.
My bad.
We can't go all night, all right? Jeez.
Oh, man. My bad. That's on me. I had Jazzykins. What did you want me to do?
I get it. It's Swaggykins, man. Like, it's so awesome.
She's just such a good, I mean, she just represents what GC is about, right? Being at your best self and performing at your best self and widening and just doing whatever you can. And this is what this series is about. And that means there's more of the series. There is more of the series, rather, because we still have games. So if you missed today for whatever reason, you're just tuning in, don't you fret, my dears, because we have more game changers on the way. Looking at the bracket, we did have to say goodbye to YFPX today, as well as Supernova Galaxy. But that means we are going to have a banger of a match tomorrow with Passion Project and Decimate, as well, I think, as the long-awaited Shopify Rebellion and FlyQuest Red. Wyatt, Bala, which one are you most excited for? What do you think?
I mean, both are going to be sick for totally different reasons. I mean, the lower semi is an excellent opportunity for Decimate, a new... I mean, obviously both teams are new, but they're a new team with faces that aren't, the perennial top 4 GC playoff faces, going up against a team that are just that. It's a real opportunity to step into the limelight for them. So I think that'll be really exciting. And that was a solid win from Passion Project. They had beaten FlyQuest previously, lost to them yesterday, having that off day that Jazzy spoke to you about. And it'll be cool to see if they can run it back, get Jazzy get to another grand final, the 1,000,000th grand final she'd be in.
And the upper final too. I mean, it's not a match that we're used to seeing yet because FlyQuest is so new, but it does feel like a good old time Shopify upper final right here, right? Where you have the same sort of thing every time. And what is it for Alexis and Mel now? It's got to be maybe 10 grand finals appearances. Like they're getting up there. Like they're getting up there. Like I don't know. I'm acting like they're old or something like that. But it's been like 3 years of Game Changers, and they're every single time. So yeah, it's going to be exciting to see if they can run it back.
Well, the thing the 3 years of Game Changers has taught us is that nothing is for granted and for set in stone. So you better tune in tomorrow to see those games. But that is going to be it for us on the desk. It has been an absolute pleasure today. On behalf of production, myself, Wyatt, and Bala, thank you so much for watching. Have fun, be safe, make decisions, hydrate a little extra today, and give yourself as much grace as you would give others. See you guys later.
I was taught to hustle through the pain, my body and soul. Without each, what will I gain? So many try to use me when I help pave the way. But man, that's just life. There ain't really much to say. I'm the one, I know I'm the one. Everybody follow me. The one they all trying to beat, I know that I gotta be. I've been training hard, I'm ready for any rivalry. I lost it all but kept the fight in me. Now look, I've been laying low, but speak on me and I'ma show up. My squad full of bosses, can't let anybody hoe us. Yeah, my life is sweet, I got the whipping doing donuts. Wanna live like me, well here's the contract you ain't know of. I signed up to grind, I signed up to be the best, man. Chin up when I hustle, I can't focus on the next, man. They said that I gotta work, I said, oh yeah, I'm on it. Cause when it's said and done, we gon' see who really want it. Yeah, who really want it? Who really want it? Yeah, I'm getting better and better and only focus on cheddar. Who really want it? Yeah, who really want it? Who really want it? Yeah, I'm working hard and I show them. When out the water, I blow them. Who really want it? Fighter is my name, legendary is my aim. Already legendary, y'all know that we ain't the same. Whether sun or rain, ain't nobody else to blame. The life I live is mine, so I control the change. Tell me that I'll lose, tell me y'all don't see my vision. Tell me that I'm no one and I got some competition. I'ma show you what it looks like when you never listen. Open your eyes and pay attention. I'm on a new level. Hell no, I can't settle. Gonna be the best and I'ma show more than I tell you. I am not impressed because you got a little metal. I'm here to take you down and bring the heat like I'm the devil. I can show you light, yeah, I can show you heaven. I can show you how to win when you think that you're failing. What I tell you, yeah, you gotta work, yeah, you gotta be on it. Cause when it's said and done, we gon' see who really want it. Yeah, who really want it? Who really want it? Yeah, I'm getting better and better and only focus on cheddar. Who really want it? Yeah, who really want it? Who really want it? Yeah, I'm working hard and I show them. When out the water, I blow them. Who really want it?
Seconds left.